There's a misconception that temptation won't affect us at all, at all, at all. But just like anyone else, if I let it hit my heart, I'll fall, I'll fall, I'll fall. And I can't act like I don't know how. Yeah, I beat myself up about it now, but tomorrow just do better, better, better. Better, better, better. And keep on moving closer, closer, close. You'll know that all is forgiven because he'll help you to do better. Stay on the ground for long, for long, for long. Cause after a while, you'll start thinking that recovery's not an option. And you're wrong, so wrong. Yeah, and you can't undo what you did now. So take the clean slate that grace allows, and tomorrow just do better.
Yo, what's up, fam? I'm Matthew Grady.
I'm Yank Elmore.
And I'm Sha'novia Owens.
Listen, we're excited. We got Sha'novia this week.
We
finally,
are so excited.
Finally!
Wow,
we're so
we're
excited.
excited.
Thank you guys for being a part of our youth Bible study.
Youth Bible study. Listen,
Reset? No, you forgot to say reset.
last
Why didn't
week-
you say reset? Don't keep talking. Say reset.
You know, last week was
Say
really
reset.
amazing.
Did you guys enjoy it?
Oh my God, what about your friends?
What about your friends, though? Man, that was a healthy conversation, a great conversation, a necessary
Yeah,
conversation.
I believe some people went back and checked their friends list.
I think some people got rid of some friends, too.
Okay.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
that. Yeah, No, don't be trying to bypass my smartness.
Yes, I believe
And,
that some people went back and checked their friends list.
Yeah.
Because, see, what happens is conversations like that, we never put scripture with friendship.
Never. Most
You know,
people don't.
most times we never heard a conversation or a sermon about friendship.
Yeah,
So they kind of got the chance to put scripture that should match their friendships.
Wow, I love that. Scripture
You know?
that match your friendships.
So
Yeah.
it was really amazing. It was
I think what's
really
incredible
amazing.
about that, man, is we also know that friends are the family we get to choose.
Right.
And there's families that we're born into, but friends are the family that we handpick and we select to frame our lives.
Absolutely.
Because your life will equally look like the people you allow in it.
Right.
Did you
Yeah.
guys enjoy that conversation?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
And
listen.
then it was kind of personal too, you know?
I guess we were like,
It was a bit personal.
why?
Yeah.
Because it was all of my grill?
Okay.
That's why it's personal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the camera was right on our
But did
face.
you like how I told the people that you're not a good friend sometimes?
I did not like that because really and truly, I believe that I'm
Really
an
and
awesome
truly?
friend.
Okay.
I believe that.
You think I'm a good friend too?
Sha'novia, you are really a great person.
thank you.
Why did he ignore
but
my question?
tonight-
Okay, fine, that's fine.
tonight
Come
we're
on in.
dealing with-
Yank shady tonight, but we're gonna be all right
we're
though.
dealing with negativity.
Negative. Wait a minute. We're not.
Or
Wait, hold on.
negative vibes
We
right
ain't.
there.
We ain't talking about nothing else until you like this video right now.
Yeah. Like, share.
Yeah. Let us know who you are and where you're from. How about that? Who you are. Put your name right. Come on. Don't play me like I'm no. I see you comment. Put your name right now and tell us where you're from because we want to call your name. I'm gonna call their name out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call their name out.
And
I want you guys to be a part of this conversation. tonight,
Aaliyah
man.
Frazier.
All right, listen. If you're on the video right now, put your name and put where you're from.
Sha'novia's mom on.
Garland.
Yeah.
That woman at work.
She's on.
Okay, well, hey, Praise
Trust
the Lord.
me, she watching.
Yeah,
Hey! Listen, we're so excited, man. Like this video, share this video, comment right now, because I think this is a dialogue that is going to be interesting. We're going to talk about negative vibes.
Negative vibes.
Before we keep going, we're not just about to talk about negative people. We're about to talk about negative thoughts and negative emotions and negative feelings. And I think the gist of this conversation is to conclude to let people know that other people's negativity shouldn't confirm or deny God's plan for your life.
Wow.
Or your negative vibes can't control my good vibes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's the purpose of where we're going to go today. So we're getting ready to read the scripture. And you going to read it? I think you should read.
I'll read.
Okay, Yank's going to read the scripture. Tell us where we're going to find it from. Give you guys time to put it on
turn
there.
with me to 1 Samuel 24, 3 through 5.
All right, let's go.
1 Samuel 24, verses 3
New International
through 5.
Version. New International Version.
Yeah, and I'm going to do the NIV. And it reads, verse 3, he came to the sheep pens along the way.
Yeah.
A cave was there.
Yeah.
And Saul went in to relieve himself.
Yeah.
David and his men were far back in the cave.
Yeah.
Catch that. The men said, this is the day the Lord spoke of when he said to you, I will give your enemy into your hands for you to deal with them as you wish.
Yeah.
Then David crept up unnoticed and cut off a corner of Saul's robe.
Yeah.
Verse 5, afterward, David was conscience-stricken for having to cut off a corner of his robe.
Yeah. I love that.
For having cut off a corner of his robe.
I love that, man. I think that's an amazing contrast as it pertains to dealing with negativity.
Yeah.
You know, y'all, as I said at the beginning of the thing, man, it's easy to go through life holding on to things that are wearing you down. Guilt, resentment, doubt, and worry. The problem is when we allow these things in, they take up space for all the good things that should be there.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the same as it pertains to negativity, man. Our lives are like a container, right?
Yeah.
We were created to be full of joy, full of peace, confidence, and creativity. There's not enough space for negative and positive vibes.
Right.
Yeah.
I think if our life equally looks like a glass of water, if that water is filled with negativity, where can we fit positivity in?
Right.
Know that every glass that is pouring out negativity has room for positivity.
Right.
Wow.
And I think that we've got to start asking God, man, to make room and space in our hearts and our minds to not only see the good in people, but see the good in things.
Right.
See the good in situations. Man, we're facing so many different pandemics right now. We got the politics pandemic, the protest pandemic, and we got Corona pandemic.
Yeah.
People are facing all kind of different realities, and we're trying to find where is God. Not only where is God, but what's good coming out of this.
Right.
And man, I pray for whoever's watching this video right now. Hopefully you'll share this video and tag 3 people who needs to know that not only is God working for you, but we have the power to tell every negative thought that doesn't belong to get out of here.
Wow.
Because I don't know about you guys, man, but I can't afford to be consumed by negativity. I can't afford to be consumed by drama, chaos, confusion, none of that, because what God is doing in our lives is so much more greater than everything that's trying to work against us.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes you got to excuse some people out your life.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to excuse some people out your way, out your area, because you will allow them to contaminate everything positive you spoke into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So prayerfully, man, you guys are really joining in this conversation. And Yank, I want you, if you will, man. We don't teach every Tuesday night assuming that anybody knows anything about Jesus.
Yeah, yeah.
So I want you
Absolutely.
to give us a background of this text a little bit, man, and then we're gonna have a dialogue about negativity.
Yeah. So let's kind of dig into it. So here we see Saul comes into a cave.
Yeah.
Or the cave, rather,
Yeah.
where David and his men are hiding.
Yeah.
So Saul goes into this cave, and the Bible says that Saul went into the cave to attend to his personal needs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's pretty important, because how many times can we look and say that we went into a place to attend to our personal needs
That's so good,
without
bro.
recognizing God's timing?
That you said sometimes we have to attend to our personal needs. Now, if you don't mind me, Sha'novia, I want you to kind of dive in right there, you know, with your profession and what it is you do.
Yeah.
Why would you say it's important to attend to our own self-wellness, if
Yeah.
that's a word?
'Cause we do it often.
Because a lot of times people find ourselves being everything for everybody with nothing to ourselves.
Yeah.
So what would you add to what Yank said? Yank's going to finish with the background.
Yeah.
To attending to our own personal needs.
Because we hold ourselves back. You know, we have to learn to invest in ourselves.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I think
I love it.
So we have to invest in ourselves, because if not, we'll find ourselves being empty for everything else. Yeah,
Right.
go ahead, finish the
Yeah.
digging into that, man.
So when Saul comes into the cave where David and the men are, they recognize that they had a previous encounter with God where God promises David that I will deliver your enemy into your hand, that you may do to him as it seems good to you.
I love that, bro.
So when Saul comes into the cave, then they think definitely this is God's way of fulfilling his promise. You know? So they think that they were supposed to kill David, kill Saul, because he came into the cave where they were. And so when we think of that, we have to think of the danger of humans, because if you're not sensitive about your conviction, then you'll fall for convenience.
Stop, wait a minute. Did you hear that? If you're not sensitive to convictions. Say that again. If
you're not sensitive about your convictions, you'll fall for convenience.
I love that.
And
somebody
that'll play out
that.
later down in the text. But basically that's saying, listen, they were about to kill a person who was never supposed to die in the beginning.
Listen, bro, that's so good. That's so
They were
good.
about to kill a person who wasn't supposed to die in the beginning.
I love that, bro.
So we think of that and we use that for our everyday lives. How many times do we almost bust a move that we weren't supposed to bust in the beginning?
I love that, bro. I love that, because we can be consuming negativity.
Absolutely.
I love that.
And it all goes back to really the timing of God.
I love that,
You know, recognizing the timing.
Yeah.
So, but just to cut it short, as David approaches Saul, he did not bring the sword down his neck or his back, but instead, he cut just a tad bit of his robe.
Instead, he cut his robe, and I want us to get into that, bro, because David did respond based upon Saul being negative. Now,
Absolutely.
In order to fully go back, we need to understand that Saul wants to kill David because David was anointed to be the next king.
Absolutely.
Because Saul wasn't living up to the job description. So God anointed David to be the next king. Careful to not waste your time arguing with people who don't have a heaven or hell to put you in.
Wow.
I'm coming for you today.
That's true.
So David didn't waste his time arguing with Saul about being the man, because God already anointed him to be the man. He may not have been the man now. He was going to be the man next. When you know what God has deposited on the inside of you, you don't waste your time arguing with empty people.
Wow.
Come on, let me get you. I want to challenge somebody watching this video, man. Some of y'all, you know what I can't stand? I can't stand some friends on my Facebook who waste their time fueling negative Facebook wars. You post statuses just to be controversial. You post status just to start comment battles. I'm in a season of my life where I am no longer arguing with empty people. Come on, somebody write that in the comments right now. I'm no longer arguing with empty people. I love what you said, bro. God anointed David, but Saul was still appointed. Because oftentimes you can get anointed in one season and fulfillment in the next season. What you said was so critical, and I want us to add in there, Sha'novia, as well. What you said was so critical, bro, was that he could have killed Saul. He could have been consumed by Saul's negativity, but it just cut his robe. He still responded.
He responded.
How many times have people have gotten a rise out of us because we allowed their negativity to consume us?
Wow.
Like, think of, I mean, to be honest, y'all, how many times do you guys react and be like, dang, did I really do that? Like, people really got a way of getting us out of character. But before it became a thought, before it became an action, it became a thought. So I'm in a season of my life, I'm praying, God, help me with my negative thoughts. Come on, somebody. Like, help me with before I even box him in the head, pray for me, y'all. Like, before I even slip up and say something I'm going to regret later, I want God to rebuke my thinking process. Because if God rebukes my thinking, he can rebuke my action. So I'm not repenting about doing anything later. I'm repenting for just thinking it.
And then Grady.
Sha'novia, you get ready to talk, so don't be just sitting there, Saul, add to this.
David and the men in a cave. So when we think of a cave is basically darkness. So how many times do we feel like we can do what we want to do because it's dark?
Listen, bro.
Nobody's looking. Nobody's looking in the dark. Nobody's guarding you in the cave. How many times do we go off of our own moves because we feel like nobody's looking? It's dark. You know, so we have to be careful of dark seasons as well. We have to be careful of dark places.
Absolutely.
Because in dark places, you can bust the wrong move.
I love that, bro. I love that. Now, before we get to the next thing, Sha'novia, I want you to kind of guide us through maybe making sure that we maintain our character even when people are out of character. Why do you think it's important? Because some young ladies watching this video, she's like, I see them two dudes talking every week.
Yeah.
But I want a female's perspective on
Yeah.
how to deal with negativity. And you finally on the video this week.
Yeah.
So many of you guys don't know Sha'novia is one of the youth leaders as well here. And so you finally on the video. So kind of give us a female's perspective on how to still be a lady while dealing with negativity, if that makes sense.
Wow.
Okay, one of the things I always try to preach is just ignore and just remember your purpose in life. Responding to negativity, you are just as bad as that person who
I love it.
Wow.
brought the negativity to your doorstep.
Yeah.
I love that. And that's so important. I want us to look at verse 7, man. Verse 7. Take a look at verse 7. We're in 1 Samuel 24, verse 7. Look at verse 7.
Wow.
It says,
but
go ahead.
before we move,
Yeah.
I want to add, Sha'novia gave it as a woman perspective, but there's some young male watching.
Yeah.
So, and I want you to add to it.
You're already trying to get me to ask questions.
Yeah. But, another thing is, you just have to remember what you have to lose.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if you keep that in the back of your mind, that goes back to purpose.
Yeah.
If you keep purpose in the back of your mind,
Yeah.
then small negativity won't conquer you.
Yeah.
It
Right.
won't overtake you.
Yeah.
So you have to remember what you have to lose. And that comes by confidence in what you have to offer.
And some people don't always have confidence, man. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro, even if you're not remembering what you have to lose, remember what you're working on.
Wow.
Because David didn't have as much to lose physically than he did his future.
Yeah.
David didn't have stuff to give up if he would have
Yeah.
killed Saul. His future was at stake.
Absolutely.
And I want
Fulfillment was
to
at stake.
And I want to speak to somebody who just logged on, who just clicked on because your homegirl tagged you, because your homeboy put your name down. You see this on somebody's timeline. You just clicked on. I want you to know that what God has put in you is more important than the negativity people are pouring at you.
Wow.
You have so much more to look forward to.
Absolutely.
When I go be with Jesus, I don't want people speaking over me talking about he was a good preacher. He did good on youth Bible study. I want people to say that was a good guy.
Yeah.
Like I want people to be able to speak to my character and my choices, because your life will look like your choices.
Wow.
Right? And people say, I don't care if people think about me. No, people think about you equally impacts your future on jobs,
Yeah.
with your family. People think about you and get you paid right.
And oftentimes people overlook character, but they maximize reputation.
Bro, you better stop. Listen. Come here.
And those
Come
are,
here.
Those are two different things.
Come on here,
Your
Doc.
reputation and your character is two different things.
Yeah.
So the time that people spend investing in reputation, I want to invest that into my character.
Listen. I want somebody, I'm not going to stop. We ought to move on. I want 10 people to put in the comments, I'm working on something. Come
Wow.
on, don't play me
I'm
like
working
that.
on
Don't play me like that. Put it in the comments right now. I'm working on something. I ain't got time to go back and forth with you.
I'm working on
I ain't got time to argue with you. That's only 5 people. I see you right now. Somebody put, I'm working on something.
I'm working
on stacking my money. I'm working on my dreams. I'm working on my college education. I'm working on me. Moving on with somebody else doesn't mean you moved on. I'm getting me right. Before you start dating somebody else, get your mind right, get your money right, get your ministry right. There go 10 people right there.
Wow.
Come on, 5 more while we doing it. Somebody comment right now. I'm working on something, man. Even if you don't have much to lose now, you will have much to lose later.
Wow.
Man, bro, I praise you, God. We ain't gonna
Yeah.
make it churchy.
Yeah.
I praise you, God, that I'm working on something.
Yeah.
People don't see it now, but we got so much more that we're working on that we can't afford to scoop down to their level. Was that good?
You can't afford it. Yeah.
Was that good?
Absolutely.
Was that all right? Let's go to verse 7. Are you guys enjoying this?
Verse
Come on, holler
7.
at your boy. Come on now. Don't give Sha'novia the views, even if y'all don't like us.
Yeah.
Come on, give her encouragement. Come on,
Yeah.
y'all. Somebody tell us if you're enjoying this. But look at verse 7. Verse 7 says, with these words, David sharply rebuked his men and did not allow them to attack Saul. And Saul left the cave and went his way.
Wow.
The first thing I think it's important is we have to know when the language is getting bad. So after David cuts Saul's robe, David stops his men from speaking negative in his presence.
Wow.
That's important to know, because even though David did a bad thing by cutting Saul's robe, he didn't let bad language keep him down.
Yep.
Now that's good, y'all. Because how many times have you guys have been in situations where you knew you let yourself go too far and people around you were just egging it on?
Yeah.
I got a friend named Yank that does that. Yeah. He eggs it on. Like, I mean, you know, I'm kidding, but you know when things get bad and somebody keep instigating, I call him instigating Yank. Somebody keep instigating, right? Keep pushing it. And you're like, no, chill, bro, because we cannot allow ourselves to get consumed with negativity. Is that good, y'all?
That's really good. And it says, he sharply rebuked his men.
Yeah.
So for us, you have to know when to put the people that's following you in check.
Okay, come on here.
There comes a time where you need some fighters.
Yeah.
You need some people in your corner who will go to war for you.
Yeah.
But then there's other times where times is really critical that you need to sharply rebuke.
Yeah.
You need to check the people who's surrounding you.
Yeah. Sha'novia, have you ever had to put people in check, rather, as it pertains to just maybe your life or something that you were like, okay, they caught me slipping. And you be like, all right, y'all, chill. Don't put. Because if you push me, I'm going to show out. All right?
Absolutely.
Have you ever had that before?
Several times.
Like,
it block your blessing.
Yeah. Come on here. Yeah. And you realize that sometimes you go too far. And y'all, that just ain't what people, sometimes that's what you're thinking.
Absolutely.
Like, I can just call you, be like, Yank, man, I'm tripping on this right now. Like, man, the other day I was tripping on something. I was texting Yank about something that I was discouraged about. And I was getting ready to be consumed, and maybe I would call it depression, right? Or just accepting the negative. And Yank was like, nah, man, don't believe like that. Go in there thinking big. I'm like, this man tripping. Like, I've had one misstep after another misstep concerning this matter. Like, I texted him, in fact, I said I got a little bit of faith left. Now he said, no, I have big faith. I need people in my life who are gonna remind me what my faith is worth.
Right.
Come on, y'all. I need people in my life that's gonna remind me to always think big. Right? Because if not, you won't experience big if you ain't thinking big.
Wow.
I pray for somebody's mind. I come against the mind games in the name of Jesus.
Yeah.
Like any mind games that try to make you believe that your future is on pause or on hold because the details of your life aren't working out. The devil is a liar.
Absolutely.
Man, we got to think big. So
and then most times we think that's only for the younger generation.
Yeah.
But there's some older person watching who's missed out on so much in their life.
Listen, bro, listen.
And they think little.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to move here because I wait too late.
Come on, bro.
I'll never be able to get the job because I applied too late.
Yeah.
No, it's never too late. Think big.
Think big.
Think big, get big.
You have to remember.
Stop.
Wow.
Somebody type that on the screen. Say it again, Yank.
Think big, get big.
Okay, I'm adding the organ. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. We about to hoop right now. Think big, and what else?
Get big.
Get big. 20 people right in the comments right now. Think big, get big. I might rap. I might rap. I pull out a rap right now. Think big, get big. Matter of fact, that's the be ratchet. Put think big, period. Get big, period. Because I'm in a season of my life, all I'm doing is periods. Like, I want to experience God's best for me. But I ain't about to let nobody block my blessings by being negative.
No.
And wait a minute, hold up. If you're not careful, you can block your own blessings.
Right.
And you just spoke to that a few seconds ago. Come on, that's only 15 people. Don't play me like that. Come on, type it right now. Think big, get big. Matter of fact, that's the theme for the rest of my 2020.
Wow.
Can y'all believe after all we've been...
birthed the theme.
He just
Think
birthed
big,
it out.
Get big.
Can y'all believe after all we've been through in 2020, it still ain't over?
Wow. They're still greater.
And I need some positivity, and I'm walking on that, Yank. Think big, get big. Come on, hit me with it. Hit me. There go 20. I see y'all showing out on the comments. Think big, get big.
Yeah, I
man.
believe it.
And sometimes, bro, and I want to add to that. Are you guys enjoying this conversation tonight? I want to add to that sometimes it's not people being negative. Sometimes we can be negative.
We can be negative.
And all of us have dealt with negative, frustrated, and overbearing people in our lives. I remember working with someone who was in a state of panic. They were trying to figure out something at the last minute. And we were clearly frustrated at the things weren't going as planned. I was getting frustrated because the person that I was helping was being impatient and sassy towards me. A quote that an old coworker used to say came to mind. Lack of planning on your part does not constitute to an emergency on mine. Just because you didn't plan doesn't mean I have to make it an emergency.
Right.
And sometimes negativity is birthed because of a lack of planning.
Right.
Wow.
So, Sha'novia, maybe if you can add to the fact of how important is it to be a planner? You've already got your graduate degree, your undergraduate degree. The Lord knows if I just push you to that doctor, we're going to have Dr. Owens in these streets. But those things don't happen by accident. We're almost finished with our undergraduate degrees. I called Sha'novia the other night, hey, like, what's up? Like, what you did with the masters? Like, because I'm trying to figure out if we want to get a master's in public administration or mental health counseling, so on and so forth. So why is it important to plan? Matter of fact, do you think, before you go into that, do you think that planning something prepares you more for the outcome than having something not work out and you not plan for it. Like if I plan for something to be positive or negative, I'm straight. But why is it important to plan ahead for things you want to see?
Me personally, I have to plan ahead because if I don't, my anxiety is
Yes.
it's all over the place. So it's very important to plan so you can know where you're going and what you want to accomplish.
Yeah. And some people don't, man. And I was preaching a few days ago at our church outside, man, and I said something that really took me, I don't even hoop. Y'all started hooping and all. Like I thought about this, that what I see God do for the rest of 2020 won't be by accident.
Wow.
It's going to be because I had a strategy.
Strategy.
And I think that reduces negativity.
Wow.
That reduces us from being negative about our own life. When we actually take time to say, okay, God, here's my plan. What's yours?
Yep. And planning helps with the process.
Right.
Come on, stop. That's
And
so
when
good.
we can be confident about the process,
Right.
Yeah.
we'll be even more confident about the outcome.
When we can be confident with the process, we can be more confident about the outcome.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and write that, man. Somebody put on the screen right now, my future will not be on accident. We're going to plan this thing.
My future will not be on accident.
It will-
I won't get the next job on accident.
I'm an organ right now.
I won't buy my next house on accident.
Come on, Doc.
Come on.
Come on.
It'll never be on accident. The things that's coming ahead won't be by accident.
It's gonna be 'cause
It's
it's
going to
planned.
be because I planned for it.
Yes, and I saw God's purpose with a plan.
Wow.
So I want to. You guys enjoying this video? Come on,
Yeah.
let us know what's up, though. Did you tag 3 people? Come on, don't keep this to yourself. Tag 3 people, right? Method.
Three people.
Let me add 3 people, right?
Yeah.
Don't look at my phone. Look at your phone. Somebody tag 3
I'm gonna
people
tag
right
them
now. Tag 3 people on the scene with a gangster link. Tag 3 people. Tell them, listen, bro, you've been being negative. Put your name in the comments, right?
Yeah.
Sha'novia, I want you to maybe tell us how to deal with somebody's like, you know what, this is good teaching, but
Yeah.
I need some practicality.
Yeah.
And so you're smarter than all of us at the table. So
Yeah.
maybe tell us
the least.
how to deal with what would be maybe 2 or 3 things. How will you tell somebody how to deal with negative people?
Yeah.
Number 1, detach. You have to remember the way people treat you. It has nothing to do with you.
Listen.
Detach
Wow.
yourself from their frustration, and it's not your fault. Also,
You said detach.
I'm sorry.
Detach. No,
Detach.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's that.
How many times
Yeah.
have I had to detach myself from people
Listen.
because they were making me feel like their negativity was because of me?
Listen. So I
Come
love
on,
that.
I've been in those situations.
Sometimes I got detached from you.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Some people will make you feel
Yeah.
like their negativity
Yeah.
is because of you.
Right.
Detach from those relationships.
I love that, Sha'novia. Number 1, you
Detach.
say it again. You said what?
Detach.
Detach.
Wow.
What's number 2?
Be firm. Set boundaries. If you feel like somebody is crossing the line, they're disrespecting you, don't be afraid to defend yourself.
Come
don't
on.
be afraid to speak up.
Wow.
And if they don't take what you're saying in consideration, then again, you have to detach yourself from those individuals.
Be firm.
You gotta detach
You
and
have
be
to have
firm.
the standard.
Yeah, I love that, bro. We have a standard.
You have
like
to
I'm not a trash can.
standard.
You're not gonna deposit gossip into me.
Absolutely.
Like, because what happens is, bro, we will find ourselves becoming what we hear.
Wow. And I remember you said the other day, if somebody cut your hand once, what you go give them a new hand for them to cut?
Yeah,
You
wow.
have to have a standard.
Listen, bro, that's so good.
You
so
have
good.
to have a standard.
So good.
she said detach and then be firm.
Be firm. So those are Sha'novia's 2 ways to deal with negative people. Detach, be firm.
Yeah.
Detach, be firm.
firm.
Put it in the comments. Detach, be firm. Okay, I'm not gonna rap. Sorry. I'm not gonna rap.
Detach
Yeah.
and be firm.
Yeah. Now give us a last one.
Find the positive. Identify the positive in everything.
That's so good.
Wow.
And there is positive, man. There is
Yeah.
positive. There is positive. Yank, I'll take us to
Because
verse 9.
every bad situation has a meaning.
Right.
Listen, bro.
Every bad situation is a lesson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at my valley moments as just these places to get me in depression, suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
I look at it as a lesson that God is teaching me for the next moments in my life.
Yeah.
Because every lesson, it is a pathway
Yeah.
to where you're headed.
Something good is coming out of this.
Something good comes out of it.
Okay.
And it can also be God telling you, okay, you're not focused. And
Yeah.
I need for you
Absolutely.
to get back where I need you to be in
Absolutely.
life so I can get you to your blessing.
Wow.
That's so good.
Focus.
Sometimes you gotta refocus. Like sometimes God gotta check you.
Do it again.
Like somebody, you gotta refocus, right? Like back that thing up real quick so you can get you
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely.
Man, that's so good. That's so good. And I'm telling you, bro. Right now, I just want God to do, and like, I want my feelings and my flesh to know that it doesn't control my spirit.
Absolutely.
Because something good is coming out of this.
Absolutely.
50 people right now watching this video needs to comment that
good.
something good is coming out of this. Can we I speak that over my own life.
Yeah.
I speak that over your life. I speak that over your life.
Absolutely.
Man, I speak this over my
And
children's
we
children's
agree.
life.
Yeah.
Right? Like, come on,
Something
man.
good.
Somebody write it in the comments.
And then
Something good is coming out of this.
When that good thing comes out of you,
Yeah.
it sets up your generation
Yeah.
to come.
Yeah.
So your kids won't have to struggle.
Listen, bro.
Their kids won't
Yeah.
have to worry
Yeah.
because something good was birthed from you.
Listen.
So you can't be afraid to birth that new thing,
Yeah.
that new dream, that new vision.
Yeah.
Because when you birth it and something good comes out of you, it sets up everything that comes behind
Something good is coming out of
Something good
Yank won't preach. Yank trying to sneak a preach.
No.
Yank trying to sneak a
Something-
preach.
No, I feel that.
Yeah,
But something
he
good
feels it.
is
Come
coming out of
on,
this.
something
You go
good.
ahead.
No, go ahead and
Yeah.
preach. If
No.
you're gonna go all the way, Doc.
Right.
Something good
good.
is coming out of this.
Something good.
Okay, y'all ain't wrote it. Y'all trying to try me. 30
Wow.
people did it. I need 50 people all together to put on the screen. Something good is coming out of this. Sha'novia, I love that. Find the positive in everything.
Wow.
There is positive in it. If you look past the pain, if you look past the people hating, if you look past people spilling negative words and see God in it, something's good coming out of this. Yank, go to verse
Wow.
9.
Something.
Yeah, y'all enjoying this?
I mean, I feel that.
You feel
Something
it?
good
You
is
feel? I
coming
feel
out.
it. I feel it. I
Wow.
feel it. Verse 9, Yank.
All right, verse 9. He said to Saul, "Why do you listen when men say, David is bent on harming you?"
Listen, so after he cut his robe,
Absolutely.
he said something to him. What did he? I love that. Get into
He
that,
said,
bro.
"Why do you listen?" So basically he's saying, you listening? Who told you that?
Listen, bro. Okay, that's another conversation to get into. That's some other stuff we ain't even gonna do today.
Wow. So
Listen.
So in this text, it teaches us that we have to know how to place the plaintiff.
Listen, come on, bro. Go ahead and finish that.
And that is a person who brings a case against another person.
Well, come on, lawyer. Come on.
We,
come on.
we
Come on, lawyer.
have to learn
Yeah.
how to place people.
Yeah, I love that.
Because if we displace people, it'll put us in discomfortable situations.
Bro, you gotta pause. Somebody trying to grapple with that right now.
If we displace people,
Yeah.
it'll put us in discomfortable situations.
Oh man, that's so good. You're
Because-
killing the night,
because
Doc. Yeah.
basically, he said, "Why do you listen?
Yeah.
If I didn't tell you that, don't you listen?"
So meanwhile, he's saying to Saul, you got 3,000 men chasing me to kill me right now. And I never had a problem with you.
I never had a problem.
That's the problem with secondhand information.
Wow.
Sometimes, in order to really know how some people feel about you, you need to go to the source.
You have to go to the source.
Because, man, we're all adulting, right? We're in this thing called adulting, right? We're all adulting, and life is totally by trial and error, man. But we cannot allow other people's distasteful feelings about certain people stop us from getting to know those people.
Absolutely.
True.
Because there were situations, or a situation rather, where a person heard or thought that maybe I said something that I really didn't say.
Listen, or I said it in a way, you took it in a way I really wasn't saying it like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when the information came back to me, I'm like, who told you that?
I did, yeah.
Who
Where you got
told
that from? Yeah.
So what ended up happening is you end up finding yourself disliking someone
Yeah.
Right.
for something you don't even know why you're disliking them.
That's, man, bro, that's so
You
good.
don't like me, but you don't even have a reason to.
Yeah, and we can't be sucked into that because here's the thing, bro. David could have killed Saul. But he let him live because his future was at stake, one.
Yep.
But he also let him live and then he put him in check.
Yep.
That doesn't mean him and Saul had to be besties. That
Absolutely.
doesn't mean things were going to be immediately okay.
Yeah.
David was simply saying, you got a problem with me, but I don't got one with you.
Yeah.
He was saying, who told you that? I love that so
told you
much,
that?
man. And maybe I think maybe all of us sitting at this table have experienced that before.
Yeah.
We've either been the plaintiff or we've been the person on the other side of the case. Right? All of us have either repeated bad information and caused negative vibes to be birthed out, or some of us have been the I guess the person on the other hand of receiving negative vibes, man. And I think that's why it's so important to consult God.
Consult him.
That's why it's so important to know who God wants. That's why it's so important to be able to check yourself. Self-awareness is everything.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that, Sha'novia?
You have to
that
be able to check.
self-awareness plays a huge part in who God has created us to be. God makes us self-aware.
Wow.
Like sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and say, you ain't acting right. Like
Yep.
you tripping on this right now.
Absolutely.
That makes so much sense, man. I think one thing that we want to know is what else can we? So as we get ready to end it, y'all know y'all like this is good, but we get kind of long. But you know, what else can we do to feel more positive? Because the truth is, Sha'novia and Yank, man, you know, somebody's gonna be done watching this video and they want to know, okay, y'all talk about negative stuff, but how can I remain positive?
Wow.
Like how can the 20-year-old who's debating on whether to go to this college or go to that college, how can they remain positive about the situation when they didn't get the scholarship they thought they would get?
You know what? I want to add to that. I want to jump in right here. Remain positive, and it kind of piggybacks off of what you said. Remain positive by defining yourself.
Right.
I love that.
You define yourself and be confident about who you are. Be firm.
Yeah.
Have a standard. Have a standard about yourself. You know, grow in confidence when it comes to you.
Yeah.
I agree that sometimes we need affirmation from others.
Yeah.
But then there's a time that you need to affirm yourself.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, if you don't define yourself, you'll be quickly and inaccurately defined by others.
Oh man, that's good.
That's true.
That's true.
So before anyone have the opportunity to attach a name to your character,
Yeah.
get in front of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do what you need to do to define, feel confident about you.
Let God make you.
Let God make you.
Let God make you. I think when we really, you know, and I don't think we do this a lot on our Bible studies, but I wanna just anybody who's watching this video who's not like a Christian or is not like saved or who wants to know more about Jesus, I want you to know He'll change your life.
Yes, He will.
And I think all of us have become the product of God putting His hand on us.
Wow.
And so somebody watching this video, man, if you're not sure about faith, you're not sure about God, you're listening to us talk about this Holy Spirit and this endowing power, I want to know that if you lift your hands right now, you can receive Him.
Yeah.
Because I am a witness, you guys, to know that some things are only controlled by God.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all, help me with this.
Some things are only
We can try to do it ourselves, but some things God's got to help me with.
Yeah.
Because if not, we'll be done say some crazy stuff. So right now, where you are, man, I want to give you an invitation to Jesus. I want to lift your hands right now.
Yes.
Like, say, Lord, I receive your spirit.
Lord.
I receive your direction. I receive your power. Because it's so important that fixing you by yourself isn't always easy. Sometimes you need God to fix you.
Sometimes.
Would you agree to that?
Yeah.
So Yank said to define yourself. Sha'novia, I want you to think about, focus on what you feel right now. Why is it important to, and I want you to think about this, why is it important to somebody watching to be in touch with what you feel? You know, some people, we like to put off what we feel or neglect, you know, what we feel and what we don't feel. We don't like to face the facts. You know, for our mental sake, like for my mind, like, because, you know, our mind is the most important organ. Like, why is it so important to face reality and not be jaded and conflated with a disassociative like behavior? Why is it important to face the facts?
It's important because you don't want to suppress your feelings. You know,
Yeah.
once you
Right.
get to that point where you start suppressing everything, you end up having a mental breakdown. You
Yeah.
start giving up on yourself. You start giving up on the people that around you. So it's always important for you to, you know, get your feelings out.
Yeah. No, I think that's critical because
Yeah.
oftentimes what you don't face now will come crashing down on you later.
Right.
Wow.
And all of us, come on now, how many times you guys have held things in?
Yeah.
Like you were like bottling things up, and all of a sudden when it came out, it just came out
It was
like
an outburst.
it was an outburst, right? Like, and then now people diagnosing you, like, you're feeling bipolar. You know, so it's like you just kind of just burst it out because you were holding on to so much at one time.
And I think if I can dig in here, I think my wife, she wouldn't be offended if I kind of told her story a little.
Well, go ahead and tell it.
She experienced a phase in her life where she just held everything in.
Yeah.
You know, and when I met her, not to be mean, but my wife was a bit aggressive. I'm like, Trey, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm here for you. But sometimes when you hold things in for so long, suppress things, it's even hard to receive help when people are trying to help.
Listen, bro, come on, tell us, give it to us,
So you have to be careful not to suppress yourself,
Yeah.
but always find that place of release.
Yeah.
You have to find a place that you can release.
We have
that
to
you
find a
can
place to release.
That you can pour your heart,
Yeah.
pour your true feelings.
Yeah.
I'm a man of God. I'm a minister, but
Yeah.
I need a place that I can just pour myself out.
Yeah, we all need it. We need a safe place.
A
that's
safe place.
We-
And I remember we said create safe spaces.
Yeah.
So we just have to remember to create safe spaces.
The truth of the matter, I sound like Yank right now. The truth of the matter is negativity always starts off as a word.
Wow.
Like, and when we have to, so I think, to be honest, fam, we got to start knowing the trigger words for negativity.
Yeah.
Like, and we got to know how to not create negative spaces for other people. Like, we got to know when we doing too much.
And when you say trigger words, what are some of the trigger? For me, I would say I've heard people, oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I can do it by myself. Trigger words.
Yeah. But why? So you always don't like when I ask you questions on the spot. So why you decide to want to ask me one on the spot? But it's okay.
Trigger words.
I think trigger words are, so say for instance, you talking positive about something. Yeah, but you got to be careful of so and so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but you got to. I ain't one to gossip. That's my word. Anyways.
Yeah.
Things are going good for your life. Yeah, you better be careful. God might cut you on down.
Yeah.
Or yeah, you might not want to do too much because things might. People who always try to find the opposite of God's positive.
Right.
Wow.
So you got to know when you even becoming that person. Learn to celebrate when your friends win.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I recently had a little breakdown, emotionally because all my friends left me in Savannah.
Right.
And then Yank, he leaves every week, but I don't want to get into that. So it feels like I'm like all in Savannah all by myself.
Yeah.
And so it's like, my friend's like, okay, Grady, something really wrong with him. And really, man, I was joking. I thought about how we have to learn how to celebrate when God is advancing others.
Wow.
Like one of my friends, he's in Connecticut, going to Yale, finishing his MDiv. Another friend of mine is getting married. He's in Houston. He's finishing his MDiv. So they're all about to work on their Master of Divinity degrees. And though I don't like the fact that they move really, really far away, yes, I have them on Find My Friends and I track their location. So yes, I know that they've moved really, really far. It's good to know that the things we all talked about when we were in high school, God is doing it for them.
Wow.
So even though it might not be like I'm stuck or you left me, but you got to learn to celebrate, man. People will want to be around you more if you just start talking negative, start talking more positively than negatively. Like,
That's
okay,
true.
yes, there is a bad part to every situation. Don't mean you got to say it all the time.
Yeah.
Like Debbie Downer, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, learn to just celebrate our wins, man. I think that's healthy in the life of young people and anybody watching this video. Like, you got to be careful not to kill somebody else's future because you don't like their current reality.
Wow. And when you say celebrate others, I'll say this and then we're done. I think about when it comes to serving.
Yeah.
You have to be passionate about serving others because you got to think about the time when it's going to be your time to get served.
Yeah.
You know,
you will never have a seat
now,
you hate on.
I'm in a place where I serve my pastor.
Yeah.
I serve him. I serve along with ministry with him.
Yeah.
I travel the road with him. I serve him.
Yeah.
And I serve him to my greatest capacity.
Yeah.
Because I think about the time when it's time for me to be served.
Yeah.
So that's the same when it comes to celebration.
Yeah.
Celebrate others because you have to be reminded there's going to come the season where you're going to have to be celebrated.
Listen, bro, I love that.
So celebrate others.
Yeah. Are we done? Y'all enjoying this tonight? We gotta go.
Yeah.
Sha'novia, you enjoyed it tonight?
I did.
You enjoyed
Wow.
it? So you gonna come back?
We were so glad to
So you come
have
back
you.
next week?
Yeah.
You come back next week? Okay.
I'm coming.
Sha'novia's coming back next. We're gonna wean her right on it consistently
Yeah,
recording
absolutely.
Youth Bible Study. Man, we enjoyed this conversation
Yes,
tonight.
I have.
And man, I just
Enjoy
believe that the breath of God is on everybody's life.
Wow.
And I believe that though 2020 has had its misfortunes, though people have lost loved ones due to virus or natural causes or just life happening for folks, man, I pray that you would just pray that the Holy Spirit just showers down every positive word over your life.
Yeah.
It's true, fam. You should have whatever you say.
You should have whatever.
So I speak life to you tonight.
Yeah.
I speak peace. I speak that when you go to sleep tonight, it's the best sleep you're going to get all year long.
Wow.
I declare and I decree you're not going to have to take sleeping pills to get some rest tonight.
Yeah.
You know, I speak to those people like me that got insomnia, be up all night long and don't even be tired in the daytime.
Yeah.
I pray that God's going to give you rest. I pray that God's going to give your mind some rest, man.
Yeah.
And man,
we dispose negative thoughts.
I throw them out, man.
Dispose
I throw 'em
of
out.
negative vibes.
I throw them out. I believe that God is doing something so special in your life that you can't afford to kill Saul because your future is at stake. So I'll see you around the block.
We love you.
Thank you for being a part, and I want you to know that every negative word will not possess your life. My name is Matthew Grady.
I'm Yank Elmore.
And I'm Sha'novia Owens.
Thank you for being a part of our youth Bible study.
And we are the Reset.
Oh, now you want to say
Youth
it.
Ministry.
Now you want to say it. Now you
Yeah.
want to say it. Reset! My voice is
Reset.
gone. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Holla, player.
Love you.